What do we have in the room today? This is a 1963 Gibson ES-345 TD with a stereo Varitone circuit, all original. Vintage cherry, although in '63 I'm sure it was just called cherry. See the gold plating on the hardware. You can see 60 years of natural aging on the gold plating. Check out the whammy bar for some of that. I mean, you see the pictures in the listing for some really, really crisp detail. It's got, let's see, Bigsby tailpiece still works flawlessly for a 60-year-old guitar. I mean, these old ones all work better than the new ones. It's kind of crazy, but every old Bigsby I play works great. Every new Bigsby I play does not stay in tune. I don't know. This one works great. Okay, it has nylon saddles here. Intonation on this is actually great. The setup is immaculate. It plays. Slinky is the best way to describe it. It's just so smooth on all slides and bends. It is a great playing guitar. The neck is exactly what you'd expect out of an early 60s Gibson. It's not ultra slim, but it's not a chunky neck. Very, very comfortable, playable. You can tell this thing's been played. It has a ton of fret life left. They're not super tall frets, but they are incredibly playable. Ton of life left. But I say that because you can feel on the edges of the binding that this guitar has been played a lot, because it's just so smooth, buttery, silky. Really the only way to describe it. Vintage tuners, all original, gold plated. Grab you something here. Of course, go check out the listing for much more detailed pictures. A little bit of buckle rash in the back. I'm sure you saw that. So, 8.8, 8.9 pounds, shy of 9 pounds. Great weight, super comfortable. I'm slinging on a strap, and you could play all night, play a whole gig. No fear of back issues whatsoever. So let's talk about this stereo Varitone thing. You hear in some of the sound clips, I was just messing around with some of the positions. The Varitone, it's not a pot, it's a setting. So it clicks, right? So it's got, let's see, 6 different spots. The first of which is bypass, which means you're not using any of this electronics in here. What it is it's a notch filter. So there are different middle frequencies basically notched out at each of these settings. It sounds to me like they're a little bit progressive and that they get a little bit more and more and more, especially on the low mids, until you end up with like an ultra quacky, you know, very out of phasey kind of sound by the time you're done with it. you know, that's what I could equate it to. And then again, all the way up at bypass. In bypass, it's effectively a normal 355, 335, 345, you know, anything with a dual pickup configuration that you're used to. 2 volume, 2 tone as normal, and then we'll talk about the stereo part. So it's a stereo Varitone. What that really means is that the output jack here it's a TRS jack, and each leg is each of the pickups. So one of the legs from the TRS jack is the bridge, and then the other leg of the signal coming out of the guitar is the neck pickup. What does that let you do? I'll show you an example, or in the video you would have already seen an example of, you can send the bridge pickup out to one amplifier, and you can send the neck pickup out to the other amplifier. I separated out the pickups with a TRS connector, and I'm going to send the neck pickup into the 2-rock amp and the bridge pickup into the Dr. Z. So we'll hear them both independently. You'll hear them on either side if you're wearing headphones, and then we'll throw the pickup switch in the middle, and we'll hear both of the different sounds through 2 different amplifiers. And that's what this whole thing was designed to do, was to give you tonal options, to send your 2 pickups out to 2 different sources, whether that was going to be 2 separate amps like this, or whether that was going to be an amplifier and a recording device. You know, it was really just to give you flexibility in those kinds of options, sort of an innovation back in 1963. So let's hear the neck pickup first. Now let's hear the bridge pickup through the Dr. Z. Obviously, I have 2 very different tones dialed in, but let's hear what it sounds like together. Just a great piece. I mean, really nice, gorgeous looking guitar. I have a soft spot for the semi-hollow bodies. You know, it's got the center block, it's got the hollow wings. I really, really like the 335, 345, 355 stuff. So I hope you liked the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.